Alright, welcome back to another cruise news episode. We just had one recently and now we're doing one again. Today we're again talking about the Norwegian Encore this time. So, I have done a Norwegian Encore cruise news episode in the past. It actually has done really well, thank you. This time, not only do we know what the hull art looks like, we've actually known about that for a while now. And we also have some updates on what will be available on this brand new ship. So let's jump into today's video. Alright, so yes, the Norwegian Encore, as of yesterday, they announced some of the key highlights of this brand new ship. So, let's start out with the go-karts. So, yes, so Norwegian Joy was the very first ship to ever have the go-karts at sea, and then Bliss had the largest track ever, and now we're jumping into Norwegian Encore, which is going to have an even larger go-kart track. And oh my god, this thing looks amazing. So, as you can see right here, the go-kart track is absolutely massive on this thing. It actually looks like you can make turns and it's a little bit wider and things like that. My biggest thing when I went on the Bliss about the go-karts was there was like 2 or 3 corners where it was very, very tight turns, and either you had to slow almost all the way down to make the turn or you just ate the wall. So it looks like they've done a little bit better at making turns wide enough to actually take. I know my sister Kiki ate the wall a few times in that. So I do like the design of the track too. It is really wide and very like spread out. It's a huge track too. I'm guessing the specs of the go-karts are going to be the same. They're going to be electric go-karts. They will probably top out around, they say 35, but it really, as much space as there is, I don't really think you can get up that fast. Plus, they do it based off of experience. The more you drive, the more sessions you do, the faster they let you go. They actually have control from the pit area of how fast they can let you go. They can also slow you down if they feel like you're driving aggressively or things like that. The go-kart track looks absolutely incredible. It looks so cool, so much fun. I really want to do it. I want to try it out. I absolutely loved that on the Bliss. Even though you do have to pay for it, the Bliss, when I went on it, it was $7 per race. Now it's been bumped up to $10 per race. So I'm guessing the price point is going to be exactly the same, hopefully, because anything more than $10 is probably going to be pushing it, because it is quite expensive. So moving on to the laser tag. So the laser tag arena will be the largest laser tag arena at sea. It will be significantly larger than the one on the Bliss, and instead of the abandoned space stations theme on the Joy and the Bliss, it is going to be in a new location, and it is going to be the lost underwater city of Atlantis. Actually, the big thing I've seen people comment, especially on the post that I made on Instagram about this, is that yes, the new laser tag arena is going to be located where Spice H2O is on every other Breakaway and Breakaway Plus class ship. Are they getting rid of Spice H2O? I honestly doubt it. That is a huge area for them to lose out on, especially for the adults only. My guess, don't quote me on that, but I think they will move the Spice H2O or the quote-unquote adults-only area maybe towards the front of the ship where the laser tag arenas are on the Bliss and the Joy. That's hopefully, fingers crossed, because I don't really think like it would be a good idea for them to skip out on Spice H2O. That is a very, very popular area on all of the Breakaway and Breakaway Plus ships. Now, the laser tag is also a charged activity or attraction, whatever you want to, activity, attraction, whatever you want to call it. When I was on the Bliss, it was $5 per person, per session, per, I guess, event, whatever you want to call it. and you do have to make reservations. It's exactly like the go-karts, but it is slightly cheaper. But it is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the laser tag on the Bliss. It was a lot of fun. I did both the laser tag and the go-karts 3 times while I was on the Bliss. Racked up a lot of money. But the laser tag is a lot more fun than I anticipated it even being. There was one time actually where it was me and my sister. We were the only ones, so it was a one-on-one event, which was really cool to do. It was really hard, just like kind of finding each other in such a large area. I am very much looking forward to this, especially that it is a larger arena this time, which would be really, really cool. And honestly, the one on the Bliss and the Joy, they aren't that small. I mean, they're very large arenas to be running around. It's easy to find people, but at the same time, there's plenty of places to hide and like tuck away and, you know, aim for people that aren't looking and things like that. But it's a very fun game. It's very fun. So I'm very much looking forward to the fact that they are expanding the size of these arenas on this brand new ship. Moving on to the Galaxy Pavilion. So the Galaxy Pavilion is only offered on the Norwegian Joy, and I'm pretty sure they're getting rid of it whenever she comes to Alaska next year. It is basically a big room, a virtual reality experience type of room. There's like VR racing games and like roller coasters and all sorts of stuff like that. I know the Joy had some sort of like hover like tiny, somewhat of a bumper car type of thing. I don't really know if the Encore is going to have that type of like the bumper cars, but I hope they do, because that would be really, really cool. I know the Joy has them, but it really hasn't shown anything for the Encore. It's pretty much just a huge, full of activities, probably very similar. I guess you could compare it to the C-Plex, but not quite that level, like the C-Plex on the Quantum Glass ships. But it'd be very cool. There's a lot of different things to do in that area, which would be really fun. Kinky Boots will be the show on board, kind of like Jersey Boys was on the Bliss, or you have the $1 Million Quartet on the Getaway, and all the other shows on the different ships. I have personally never seen it, so I really don't know what to expect. But some of the people that I have talked to that say, oh yeah, I've mentioned that was the show on board, they just go, oh wow, I really like that. So cool. And then finally we'll get to the big news that they had the keel laying ceremony for the Encore. So now at this point, all the building blocks for the ship are coming together, or starting to come together, to where it will start looking more like a ship. And then in late, or I guess the early fall of 2019, we will see the full thing in Miami, Florida. So thank you guys for watching this cruise news episode. If you liked the Norwegian Encore, or you are going on the Norwegian Encore, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Click that subscribe button for more cruise news episodes coming up soon. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.